Oh boy, it's election day 2024 and we've got a special treat for you. No longer do you have to stay glued to your televisions all day getting the live results or the predictions. You can now just hop over here into this Google Sheet, which I will provide a link for this in the descriptions below after the stream. And you can just keep track of it here without all the drama of social media. Let's see. Anyone with link can view. Yes, copy link. Okay, so I'll be able to share that with you here in a little bit. In fact, why don't we just share it now? I think I can just close this out. Here's the old link to the sheet. Yeah, so I think at least for my YouTube brothers and sisters, that should share in YouTube. LinkedIn, you may have to wait till I comment on this. All right, let's get to business. Now, this is going to be a highly intricate, as you might imagine, very rigorously built Google Sheet because we don't want things such as election results to be messed with or doubted at all. So let's go ahead, first of all, before we get into the data, I mean, that's kind of the least important part of the election. Let's just see how it looks. So let's manage our appearance here. Oh, that's much better. Got rid of the grid lines. We don't want these things to look bad. Let's hide that. Do we want to hide that? I don't know. Let's leave it. No, let's hide it. Let's hide it for now. We can bring it back later. Now, importantly, somewhere right about here, yeah, or maybe here. Let's do it here in C. We're going to put the candidates' names. I think that's right. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. That looks right to me. So we're going to have our candidates here, and then right beneath our candidates, let's just make these a little bit bigger. Right underneath our candidates is where we're going to have the live results in graphical format, no less. Just stay with me. This is really going to be something else. So I guess we need to pull in some data in order to get those results, though. So how are we going to do this? I think we're going to pull in this formula, which, if I'm remembering correctly, we'll be able to return data to us straight from the right sources. This seems kind of complicated. This is correct, though. So we're going to get our data for one of our candidates here, and then we're going to get the rest of the data over here in cell B1. So just stay with me. If you can wrap your head around this, what we have is two things, and I'll prove it to you, two pieces of data that add up to one, which means that whatever amount of votes, these are percentages, people. So just, if you're getting lost, just hang with me. It'll make sense when I put the graphic down here, when I put the little chart, make it a lot easier. I'll even color code it blue and red. So this will make sense, I promise. But ultimately what's happening up here is that throughout the day, different amounts of voters are going to vote for one candidate and other amounts are going to vote for the other candidate. And they're going to add up together to equal 100% of the votes. Now, technically there are some other candidates on the ballot. I actually did early voting here in the grand state of Tennessee, where you can do such a beautiful thing. And there were several other names that I didn't really recognize on the ballot. One or two I did recognize, but that was always confusing. So we're going to just pretend they don't exist because in the scheme of things, they don't exist. Now, the interesting thing about our formula pulling our data here is that it's going to update, live updates, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. We're going to have this automatically pull in the most accurate, most current data by just having it calculate every minute. So you're going to see minute-to-minute updates all day long, and really into the night and into tomorrow until I stop that from calculating and declare a winner. So every minute these are going to change. They're going to always equal 1. So there's not going to be any question on the validity of any of this. And here's the magic. Here's the important part. Here's the graphical part. If you missed all that and don't understand how these things work, let me just show you here. We're going to do something called a sparkline. Now, sparkline, it takes some data, and we got that data right. We got that data in A1. I'm just going to close this up. And then we're going to have some different options here. So inside of here, we're going to say chart type. If I remember how to do this correctly, I believe it's a bar chart. Then we're going to say max, because the maximum amount of the bar chart is going to be equal to 1. So we don't want bigger numbers here that don't match up with our percentages up here in our data source. And then we're going to say color 1. And this is Kamala, so I believe that she is with blue team. And look at that. Now that represents 24.2506283 of the votes that she has received so far today. And you can see that very clearly because it's right there in blue. Whoa, we just had our first update. Okay, did you see that? Now, check this out. We went all the way from there, all the way up to 91%. So Kamala really just took a big lead here at 8:22 Eastern. Have the polls even opened? I don't know how this happened, but it's happening real time for us. Let's go ahead and put in Donald's chart here and just key him in just like we did Kamala. And we're going to go data. He's actually got the B1 data up here. It's important that you get your data correct and match the data with the correct candidate, as I have, of course, accurately done here. All right, for options, we're going to do the same chart type. Guess I could have copied this, but we'll type it out again. A semicolon in between these things, that throws me off sometimes. The max is still 1. And color 1 for old Donald is red. All right, whoa. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why you really should disengage from your social media and your televisions, because there's going to be a lot of vitriol throughout the day where you could just sit back, log into this spreadsheet, and watch the dynamic race go back and forth, because this is going to happen all day long, every minute. I guarantee it. Again, this updates minute by minute. This is a free gift from me to you. I just want everyone to be able to follow along accurately today. Have a decent time doing it. Get out to the polls if you have not had a chance to do so already. Cast your votes for those of you in the US, and for all of my worldwide international brothers and sisters, just kick back and enjoy the show, because it's going to be a day. I hope everyone has a lovely, safe Tuesday. Boom, another shift right there. And, I just can't wait to see what happens. This is going to be incredible. Have a fun day. Links for this are in the description. And yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday.